Hire your votes to save your faves. Stay connected to Big Brother Naija Level Up on DSTV channel 198, channel 199 and Africa Magic. Dial *288# or download my DSTV app. Headline sponsor, Pocket by Piggy Vest. Associate sponsor, Flutterwave. Big Brother Naija is rated 18.
Who they breathe? This not Super FM. We don't show.
All right, welcome back. Welcome back. It's still the Super Breakfast Show right here on Super 93.3 FM, Port Harcourt. Now, for those who may just be tuning in, or if you've been around, then you know that we've been looking at the story, the developing story, the situation in Eteo community, Eleme local government area, where 2 tankers were reportedly set on fire by security operatives. And some youths were reported to be scooping these products that were contained in the tankers when there was a spark leading to a fire that claimed the lives of, initially we had 6, NSCD reported and confirmed 5, eyewitness said about 3 people. We also have reports that some people are in a hospital, about 10 people are critically injured in the hospital at the moment. And we'll keep you up to speed with that one. There have been some comments as well on social media. But at the moment, we have just a very important issue to look at. And it's still on politics and the situation in Ogoni land. Now, joining me in the studio at the moment is the President, Association of Peace and Conflict Mediators in Nigeria. This is the National President, Mr. Fama Bari Ledum. Welcome to Super FM Port Harcourt.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, Rivers people.
All right. So real quick, because our time is very limited, and I know that you have something to talk to us about. But recently, about 2 weeks ago or less, there was an interview, and not just here, but there have been reports about a certain person, a certain character who says he is the spokesperson of Ogoni land, or of the Ogoni people. Now, when did this appointment happen, in your opinion? Were you aware of such an appointment of a spokesperson on behalf of Ogoni people?
You see, and it's quite unfortunate at a time like this, once it's come to the political era, once it's come to the time like this when politics is all around, people will come up and they claim what they are not and what they will not even be. It was so shocking that we hear the news that someone come to radio here and claim that he is the spokesperson of the Ogoni. Yes, we have a lot of mushroom group in Ogoni that people will organize, some people based on their own stomach infrastructures, giving themselves names. And so if you are a name of an association that you belong to or you create by yourself in Ogoni land, and you come on air and say that you are the spokesperson of the Ogoni people, I think Ogoni people are the most respected people. In Ogoni land, in those days, we see that the young people always respect their elders. But in a situation where a young man will come on air and start abusing the elders of Ogoni land, it's not the character that we know Ogoni people to be. We know that since 2003, when the political era come in and they bring the political voice and disrespect everywhere in the land. But I think as an Ogoni man, he claimed to be a chief. And I think that with that level of understanding or personality, should have known what to say when you come on air. I don't think that Ogoni have any convocation of a Congress where they announce someone to be their spokesperson. The Mossad president have not come out to say I'm the spokesperson of the Ogoni, or the Ogoni say I should say. So I think it's a baseless situation. I want the people to disregard that. Anybody who is doing whatever he's doing, they are doing it because of their stomach infrastructure. You all are aware that the situation of Rivers State today, the politics here, the government here, create a lot of poverty in the land, so that every political season, people will be bankrupt, and then they will go about and say what they ought not to say. And so that is what is going on. So I'm thinking that the Ogoni people have not in anywhere choose anybody or elect anyone to be their spokesperson. And so if you have interest, political interest, it's not yet campaign time. When it is campaign time, we will come out to campaign for whoever we want to. But so if you have someone that have already bankrolled you to go about talking, know that it is not yet campaign time. And so you don't say that the Ogoni say it's an embarrassment. It's unfortunate that that should happen.
But again, you know, for someone like that to categorically and quite confidently say that he or she is the spokesperson of the Ogonis, do you not believe that he has some solid backings, you know, to make such claims in such a very, very strong manner?
You know, the character in question here is the same character that was sponsored to destroy Mosul. In Ogoni land, we have the Mosul, we have the Kagote, we have the Supreme Council of the Traditional Law Council of the Ogoni land. And so these three bodies always speak when the Ogoni people gather. The three bodies sit down and they talk, and the Ogoni people say, "They say, okay, Ogoni people have to take decision, because if you don't belong to Mosul, you belong to Kagote. If you are not for Kagote, you are for the Traditional Law Council of the Ogoni." And so when they and the Christian religious in Ogoni, the Christian body, so when they all sit down and take a decision, we now say, okay, the Ogoni people have said. So now this character is a character that some years ago scattered Mosul. You know about the story of Orobomaike, when this character was the person, because he did not have his way in the Mosul to bring in an oil company to come and take over the OMN11 in Ogoni land. And you hear the story of Orobomaike everywhere then. And so you see, few years back, once the people now say, oh no, and then there are some group who were bringing in Berema, and he was floating Orobomaike. And so when that did not succeed, a few years back, he turned back to Berema and now bringing in Berema to the land. And so he has caused a lot of confusion. Now we are aware now that he said he is the spokesperson of the OMN11. I hear some weeks ago that they were at Awaza in Abia State and a part of Eche, where they were inaugurating him as a spokesperson of the OMN11. When do the Ogoni people, when do the oil-bearing community in Ogoni land sit down and choose him? So you can see the extent that such character will go. See, you don't have any right to tarnish the image of our leaders. A person like Senator Lee Maiba is an Ogoni son. He's so fine. Listen, in Nigeria, this current democracy from 1990 today, we have senators who have represented Rivers Southeast Senatorial District. We have a person like Senator Lee Maiba. When he speaks at the Senate, the people always respect him and respect where he comes from. When Mangusabe come in, the people respect him when he spoke in the National Assembly, and they respect where they come from. Even when Olakawogu, for over close to a year, was there, people respect Olakawogu and where he come from, because we have the finest source of Ogoni. And one person will just come on air to tarnish the image of our respected leaders. Is Lee Maiba the Chief Security Officer of Rivers State? So he did not know where the insecurity come from. Were there insecurity in Rivers State when Amechi was here? So he doesn't know what brought the insecurity. And to tell us now that he will say what? He will say what? He know all what he's doing, how he want to, you know, the issue that we say every time that Sheikh has been bringing to Ogoni, divide and rule. Governor Wike is dividing and rule in Ogoni land. Not even only Ogoni, even in the Kalabari land. And so people that have been bankrupted by whosoever will come on air and claim position that he will not ever dream of having.
Are these facts? Are these? I mean, I hope they're not unfounded accusations.
You see, by my professions,
yes.
I'm a mediator, and by the grace of God, the national president of APCOM in Nigeria, and I don't think I will come on air to say what I don't know. I mentioned Orobomaike. He was the first person bringing Orobomaike. All what he's doing is stomach infrastructure. How to end his... So he used the women. When someone will give him 20 million naira, he will give women to 2,000 and gather them in a place, in a hall, and they snap picture and they make a statement and went on radio and on television and make a statement. You know, Ogoni land is a place where people allow you to do whatever you want to do. And so we take advantage that the people, the leadership in Ogoni does not always have this the issue of oppressing their children. And so everybody now lose in their characters. What I'm saying is that it's not yet time for elections. When election time comes, we will analyze the story and the history of the people. We will know who supposed to, and listen, in election, if there is anything people have not known, they have not realized that Buhari has transformed Nigeria from the day of hijacking of ballot box to the day of people we speak. The sovereignty relies on the people. So when people say, my people will go this way, you will shoot down and hijack ballot paper, it's no longer the time. People will come out and vote. So how will you not determine what the people will vote or who the people will vote for? This is the issue here. So for you to be so bold to say that
100% Ogoni. Ogoni, saying Fubara will win 100% in Ogoni land. Listen, if I were the person who is giving him that money to come and say that, I would have even reject him.
But again, do you think that such comments of insisting that the Ogonis will give 100% vote to a particular candidate of a particular party, you think it's baseless? Don't forget the saying that when a blind man tells you he will stone you, it's most likely that he has stepped on a stone. And so he's not just making empty threats. Do you think that it's baseless and empty?
You see, if it is yesterday, we may have agreed that. Yesterday, when Ogoni have not known our enemy, who our enemy is, we may have agreed. But today, every Rivers man know who their enemy is. And so, when
who may that be?
I said it's not yet campaign time. When that time comes, we will do all that. So, but for now, we are saying that there is no smoke without fire. Right. And so, we are now saying that we will meet them at the point where we will meet. But what we are saying is that since 1967 till today, Ogoni have not had any executive office in Rivers State. The people of Ogoni have not having any executive office in Rivers State. So if any Ogoni son will come on air to say that Ogoni is not yet ripe to become a governor of Rivers State, that son, in fact, we need to take that person to psychiatric hospital.
All right, but hold on a second. You know, don't you think it's double standards for us to talk at the federal level that the Muslim ticket is baseless? There's no need. We should focus on competence at the federal level instead of where the person comes from. You know, especially when we have on the platform of the All Progressives 2 Muslim candidates, right? And on the one hand, we're saying it doesn't matter as long as they are capable of delivering. That why are we focused on ethnic extraction when we come to the state level? Why shouldn't we say let who can deliver do it? It doesn't matter where the person comes from. Why are we always hearing the agitation?